Okay, perfect.
Do we have some of the same agents on that were in the training when I was there, or are these all
These are all new.
new,
It looks
different
like
agents?
most of them are new.
Okay,
So,
got it. Very good. Okay, so just let me know whenever you want me to start.
yep, I'm gonna post on the chat just so you guys can see my phone number. If you guys have questions, you can just text it to me, and I will let her know. Okay, because she's going to be in control and she's presenting. So if you have any questions, that's the best way because I'm going to maximize the screen. Perfect. Thank you, Christine. Go ahead.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, everyone. I'm pretty excited to be here and tell you guys what, the offer that we have for y'all. First of all, just want to tell you a little bit about the new extended partnership between Remax and Homes.com. We've actually powered Remax.com for many years. We're actually working on a new web design now that should be launching here very soon. And Remax, knowing that you guys are a tech-savvy group, they really wanted to find a company that offered the best tools, the best lead generation products for you all, and they found that through us. So we're pretty excited about this. I understand you guys probably have had some challenges along the way, but just like anything new, you get your first smartphone, and there's always a transition period to get familiar with how to use it and maximize it. So hopefully you guys are getting familiar with it, going into Leadstreet and playing around with some of the tools in there. Wanted to share a couple things with you as well as far as why they did decide to do this. First of all, there's a couple reasons. Besides the best tools for you guys, they're also looking for more leads and wanted continual improvement for you guys. With more leads, basically what I mean is that mobile searches are surpassing desktop traffic now. They actually have tremendously surpassed desktop traffic, especially the millennials. They're using their smartphones and their tablets to search for real estate. And they're conducting their own online interview of you and searching for properties before they even pick an agent. So they're doing their own work. The two things as far as more leads, first of all, is that the websites that you guys had in the past weren't really optimized for responsive technology. And what that means is the way that the website looks and feels on a desktop computer was not consistent across all mobile platforms. Well, the new single-page office sites, which I'm sure all of you guys are familiar now that you have, these sites are responsive. So the way that it looks on the desktop computer is the same way it's going to look, form, and function across all mobile platforms. It understands the size of the screen, and it also gets higher rankings online. So it's all about being able to be found online and having the best online presence, and that's what the responsive site is going to do. On top of that, with continual improvement, we're listening to you guys. We understand some of the challenges that you've had. We've begun to make improvements already just by listening to your questions and concerns. So make sure that you be sure to contact eCare, with any of those. We are listening, and I hear the wait time is not nearly as bad as what it was initially. So things are coming together pretty well. Our websites were also built for the lead generation. What I want to do is I'm going to go through the single-page site and show you guys what you're able to change and how they are built for lead generation. Also, wanted to point out too, as far as on top of eCare, we're also staying on top of the technology for you guys. So as things are continuing to improve and evolve in the technology world, we're going to be continuously, updating the technology that you guys have. So first of all, just to go over what you currently have on the single-page agent site. These are called SPAs, by the way. Some of you guys may have heard that before, and that's what that means. A SPA is single-page agent website. This is Michael. I'm showing his only because his is complete. He has went into Leadstreet and completely set this up to maximize the entire platform, and so I'm going to show you how he's done that. First of all, it's tied back to Remax.com at the top. What he can change is he can change his high-resolution photo cover and also the background photo. You have a library of different photos you can use, and you're even able to upload your own photo. His phone numbers obviously are attached. His social media links We have a lot of social integration in the new Leadstreet, which I'm going to go over that with you guys as well. So your social media channels, and also this View My Website button. Now, if you have another website you'd rather use, or if you're interested in the new upgraded site, which is obviously what we're going to get into right after this, that's where that link would be, and that's going to take you to, or the consumer to, your custom website. You actually have a headline and a biography section on the single page site that you can change. Also a video. Remax has given you guys a standard video there. If you have your own YouTube, then by all means, I can show you where to go in and change that, but make sure you do that. It's a great place to showcase that. Also with the integrated maps, right now it's only showing your listings. Very soon we're going to be able to allow you guys to show all of the office listings if you don't have any listings. And keep in mind, if you don't have any listings, it's not going to still show a map and just be a waste of space. It will actually just not be there. And then all of your listings obviously will be on the sidebar, scrolling down, such as that. Also, we're allowing you guys to pull in your Zillow reviews if you like. We understand some of you guys, have a lot of reviews, from having a relationship with Zillow for some time, so you're able to pull those in as well. And then also your social wall at the bottom of the website. And this is great just because it's going to always update your website, so just refreshing the data, which is great for search engine optimization and just getting your website up higher in the search engines to be found more often, but also for just to show the community that you're active in social media. And every time that you do anything from a social standpoint, it will automatically go to the bottom of your single page site if you set that up. You do have to make sure you set that up. And for time's sake, I might not be able to get into all that training today, but we can always schedule another training moving forward for that. So anyways, guys, so that's the single page site. Leadstreet, I'm sure all of you guys have seen. If not, you go into Max Center, log into Leadstreet there. Another thing that I wanted to tell y'all, because I know I've heard this in a lot of the Remax trainings and presentations I've done, is accepting your leads through Leadstreet. I know it's a little bit more confusing now. I want to make sure you understand one of the huge advantages with this new platform is that Leadstreet is now also mobile responsive, and that's huge. Now, there's not necessarily an app, but you can make it an app. So I want you guys to look around, and whoever is very savvy with a smartphone will understand what I'm referring to. But what you want to do is log into Leadstreet, obviously the Max Center, go through the steps that you need to get into Leadstreet. Once you're logged into your Leadstreet, you're going to want to hit the button on your smartphone at the bottom. I know I have an iPhone. I'm not sure what it looks like on an Android, but it's a little box with an arrow pointed up. And when you hit that button, it's going to say save to bookmark or add to home screen, and it might give you some other options. If you hit add to home screen, what that's going to do is create a direct link into Leadstreet and creates an app on your phone. That's going to be a huge time savings for you guys. So want to make sure everyone heard that. If not, find someone that's tech savvy. Just let them know you want to get a direct access to Leadstreet on an app on your smartphone, and they can show you how to do that. Now, in the back end of Leadstreet, these are the tools that you guys have now. You have the Lead and Contact Manager with a new tool in here that has been very popular that you guys didn't have before. It's called LeadGator, where you're actually able to import all other leads from other sources into this Lead and Contact system. Just so you can have one place to manage everything. And especially since Leadstreet is now mobile responsive, it's going to be so much easier to be able to, send out your email blast or set up a marketing campaign, add in a new contact, or even edit your listings directly from your smartphone. When you click on LeadGator Setup, it's going to give you a unique email address. You want to make sure that you're going to copy this and post this into those other social or those other Zillow, Trulia, wherever else you have leads coming from, so that those can integrate in there. So once you hit there, these are your options on the side. You just want to hit LeadGator Setup. So I just wanted to point that out because that is a huge advantage in the new platform. Now, just moving on, obviously, for time's sake, I don't have time to go through all of these, but I would make sure that go in here and check your contacts, make sure they've all pulled over from Alliance. They were supposed to in December all move over, so you might want to double check that. Also, if you have any other contacts, you want to make sure that you upload those spreadsheets in. And if you click on leads and contacts, you'll see a link for import contacts. And that's important because any contact of yours that is in your CRM in Leadstreet and they go to Remax.com looking for properties, no matter what state they're in, you are going to get notified that they were looking at a property. I've had a lot of agents tell me they think something's wrong because they're getting leads from another state or something like that. That's not actually a mistake. What that means is it's somebody in your contact management system that we found is doing a search on Remax looking wherever. That's a referral for you guys. So make sure if you do see those come across, still call them because that can be a referral that you send out. Also, the contacts or the contacts of prospects are going to be your social prospects, and I'll tell you a little bit about that as I get down into the social networking portion. Drip email marketing, you do have 45 pre-made campaigns built into the system. If you want to edit any of those campaigns, you're able to do so just by clicking on the campaign and clicking edit. You can change any of the wording, you can add a video, you can add pictures, whatever you want to do. You can even add your own campaign. So if there's one that you want to create, you'll see the button for Add New Campaign, and it walks you right through the steps to create your own. Obviously, like I said, we can get into training in this later, but it is a great tool, one to make sure y'all are aware of. Also, the Listings tab. Obviously, we're going to have all of your listings imported through here. Make sure, I want to make sure that you know that you can actually add up to 100 photos. You can when you add photos through here, through Leadstreet, they're going to push out to homes.com, they're going to push out to remax.com, and they're going to push out to your website. So wanted to make sure you're aware of that. And you can very easily, right through your smartphone, like I said, by having a quick button on your phone for Leadstreet, take a picture of your listings and upload them in just a couple of clicks. Listing syndication too, we're also pushing out your listings to some other places, so you want to make sure that all of these boxes are checked. So do click on that listing syndication and make sure that all those boxes are checked, because that's just a free bonus that we're adding in for all of you guys. That was the listings tab. I'm going to go back here to apps because I'm not going to go into all of this stuff, but obviously if you get an open house too, you can go in here and set that up. Now, when you do set an open house up or get a brand new listing, we do have some automatic tools set up that can push out your open house and your new listings to all of your social media channels. This is another huge advantage. Now, to do that, all you have to do is go under your social settings and set that up. It'll walk you right through the steps to do that. If you have any questions, we can always talk about that later on. But that is available to you. It's a huge time savings. Now, as you see, there is this profile section. I want to make sure you guys are all going into this My Profile section. I went to the office and did a training for some of the team there about a month ago, and they found it very valuable. I went through all of this with them. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your colleagues or myself or Ada. We're here to help. But basically, click on this tab, guys, and make sure you're going through this entire section. There's free leads that we're sending to you guys through here through the zip code field. So you want to make sure that you've got so go through each of these tabs. Basically, when you make any changes, make sure you hit save. But you want to just go through each of these. The other very important thing is you want to make sure your contact information is correct. This is coming from Remax.com. But you also want to make sure that all of your contact information is correct along with your IDX code. That should automatically be pulling from Remax, but just make sure that that's there. Your phone number, you also want to make sure you have your email address correct, your website URL. Whatever website URL you put here, that is where this website link is going to take the consumer. Okay, so if you do have another website you're using with another company, by all means, make sure that you put that there. Very important. If you decide to use the upgraded site with us, you will have a business consultant that works with you in setting all of this up for you. So that's another huge advantage of the package that that you guys are being offered, is that you will have a business consultant to help set all of this up with you, and can also do a personal training for you on this back-end system. Zillow screen name, that's where your Zillow reviews come from. If you want to show your Zillow reviews on the single page site, make sure you do go in here and put your Zillow screen name there. Your text messaging, extremely important. Make sure that you put in your cell phone number, check this box, and put the provider. Now there are more than one AT&T and Verizon. It can get a little confusing. If you're not sure which one to check, don't randomly pick, because it might not work. And you do want to make sure that you are getting text notifications of all of your leads. How you can find that out is by emailing yourself, sending a text to your email. And what that's going to do, when you open up your email account, it's going to say an email from, and it'll have your cell phone number, and it'll say at whatever. If it's txt.att.net or whatever, that's how you'll know which one of these to pick. So once again, if there's somebody there that's technology savvy, reach out to them, and we've got a lot of support to help you with that. But you do want to make sure that you do that. Then once you make any change.
Oh, sorry. I just got a question. Just somebody's asking how you got to this page, and it's through Leadstreet.
Yep, it's through Leadstreet. Through the Max Center is how you get to Leadstreet now. And then once you're on Leadstreet and you click on apps at the top, this is where everything is. And where I went to is I just clicked on this icon right here, My Profile. When you click on My Profile, it's going to bring up all the options that I said that I want to make sure that you guys are going into complete, specifically this My Profile portion, because this is where all the content on your single page site is coming from. And if you want to see it next to it,
these will also copy automatically to the Premier package that you're going to go over as well.
Exactly. Yep. So you want to make sure you just click this button, so if you do, make some edits, you can see those right away through here. But anyway, so do make sure you set up all of that. Then social networks, you can also go in here, put in your social media channels, and this is where you want to put in your YouTube video, and then your YouTube channel as well if you have a YouTube channel. Office info, you shouldn't have to worry about that. Coverage area, this is a very important tab. You want to make sure you have zip codes, every field filled out. If you only work 2 zip codes, by all means put that same zip code. If you just work one, all down the field, because that means that you're going to get in the rotation to get free leads through Remax.com and Home.com more frequently. Also fill out 5 coverage areas. Make sure you do that. Very important. That's where you're going to be listed in the Homes.com directory under local pros for whatever markets you put here. Once you do that, make sure you hit save. Designations, you're going to want to make sure you go in here, pick your designations. Obviously, that's self-explanatory. Remax.com image, this is where you can change the background photo to one of those options. So you want to make sure you go in there and do that. Now guys, there's some huge advantages I want to go into now. That was just some very important stuff for those of you that because you do need to make sure you set those single page things up like I just went through. But what I want to do is show you the advantages that we have now have for you guys with the new package. I'm sure everyone has seen this here, but basically it's for $22 a month, guys. It's normally for the upgraded site, and I'm going to go into all the advantages of it, is normally $99.95 a month for all other Remax agents. For you, we've negotiated a lower rate based on a large number of you guys wanting to do it. So that being said, we came to this price of $22 as long as we have enough people that want to do it. So $22 a month, normally $99.95. For anybody that's not even a Remax agent, this particular package would be $149.95. So it's a huge, tremendous value for y'all. It's going to give you the mobile responsive custom website with the options that I'm going to go into as well. So what that looks like, for example, the things that you can change in here are obviously a lot more than what you can in the single page site. So I'm going to just show you the difference in the dashboard, and then I'll go over those with you. So this is what an upgraded Leadstreet looks like, okay? So you guys see there's a lot more apps here. You're now going to have this website app. You're now going to have customizable CMAs, which are really nice. It'll help you to stand out against your competition, creates a very nice cover page automatically. It explains to the seller, explains what the CMA is, shows all the properties and charts and graphs and maps, and very nice report. I can always send out an example if you want to see one. Neighborhood Envoy report, you're going to get that tool too, that basically just pulls very detailed information about specific properties. So let's say to your buyer, the average income of the income of the area and schools are most important. You can go in and put in the addresses of the properties that they're looking to buy, and it will pull in charts and graphs all of that content that's important to that buyer, so they can help. That can aid them in making a decision a bit quicker and having all that detailed information. The other tools that you're going to have in here is going to be, a more expansive design center as well, and then also some additional social tools too. So basically what I want to show you here is this website tab. Now in this website tab, I'm going to click here. You've got different options for design themes. You can add pages. You can rebuild the whole menu, the header, the footer. And this is an example of what one of the templates looks like. Okay, so this gentleman just happened to pick this particular template. Keep in mind, you do have a library, which I'll show you, of a lot of different options. But you can change your entire header up. You can change the color schemes. You can change all these menus. You can add as many menu items across the top as you want, as many pages underneath as you want. I can show you how to do that. We even have I believe there's around 50 different options for tabs with content that we've already created for you to make it even easier. And you can just go right into that page through Leadstreet and edit that content if you like. The main search bar, right? I mean, that's mainly what you want a consumer to go to your website for, right? We want to get them off the portals, and we want to get them on your website so that they have all the information that they need there. When you click on, obviously search, there's more options. You can put in all of that information there. The other thing you can do is change your featured searches up. You can add as many featured searches as you want, so different counties or neighborhoods, or let's say, for instance, golf course communities, waterfront, so you can change these featured searches up to be called whatever you want to call them, and as many of them as you like, and you can even change the cover photos on these. There's a lead capture form on the websites. Like I said, these websites are all built for lead generation. Has all your information here with your social media links. There's already pre-written content on the front page of your website. You're able to go in and edit this content if you want to edit it, but we do give you something to start with, obviously. There's also a home tracker. Consumers can sign up on your website to save their favorite homes, to get property alerts, or to share with their family and friends, and they can do that right there. And then, again, the footer there at the bottom. These are mobile responsive, like I said, so if I'm looking at my smartphone, and you will see how everything pushes over and scrolls down the page very nicely in big and bold with all of your information still here in the menu item. So they are optimized very, very nicely for you guys. So now that being said, here's an example of another one. This one, they picked the same template. They just changed some of the colors up. You can change your background photo. They haven't, neither one of these have really done any more custom stuff to their site, but I just wanted to give you an idea. Some of the different options that you do have, I'll go into the design theme and show y'all. So if you click on design themes and hit go, you have a lot of different templates here that you can use. Now what you're going to want to do is while you're in your back end library If you just hit this tab here, View My Website, it's going to open up your website right next to it. So as you want to preview or activate or customize any of your templates, you can see your change automatically right there. So this one shows that this was one that I have chosen. It's my active theme. But let's say that we want to preview this Remax Fusion. So I'm going to hit preview. It's going to show you what that looks like. Like I said, once again, you can edit and add all this information. There's so much, guys, that you can do with these templated sites. Some other advantages, besides the fact that you obviously can create your own branding, your own customization, is going to be that when I'm searching on your website for a property, the properties that are going to show first are going to be your own. So when I go to featured searches and I'm looking at properties, this is an IDX site, guys. So this is a full-on SEO website. You're going to want to, take a look here. It's going to show all of your listings first before anybody else's. And when a consumer clicks on your listing, it's obviously going to have all of your information here. Once again, built for lead generation with a lead capture form, big, bold photos to really create an immersive experience. And all of the demographics are integrated right here with maps, right on your website. And this is huge because what it does is the search engines index how long consumers are on your website. And with all the demographics being integrated on these sites, the consumer shouldn't need to go anywhere else to get information on these listings that they're looking at on your site. It's all right here with nice charts and graphs, maps, and everything else. And the way that most websites are when it comes to this sort of demographic information, normally they have a link that takes the consumer off of your website into another site for that specific information. And what that does is now you have lost that indexing from the search engine. So that actually hurts your search engine rankings online. So these are really built for some great search engine optimization so you can be found more often. Like I was saying, I can't stress enough of the importance of, having a website that brands you, that, has as much content on it as possible. You can go in here and put in a testimonial tab, put all your testimonials here. You can put in you get unlimited amount of space here to do what you want to these. And what's so important about that is, not only, like I said, with consumers doing their own online interview of you before they decide to work with you, it's that, this is your storefront. This is a part of your business that's open 24/7, 365, right? So you want to make sure that you have the best, the most professional presence that you can possibly have, and that's what this is going to do for you. Now, for those of you that are savvy, you can go into the back end as well and do some HTML and some things like that if you really want to do even some more extensive work on your single page site. You don't have to do, obviously do any of that. We do have an upgraded, or we do have a design option rather. So if you want us to build your website for you, by all means, we do have some options for that. I can touch on if there's anyone interested. But as you go into, the website, you can change photos. I mean, there's so much that you can do with these that you cannot do with those single page sites. So going back to website overview, we just went into the design theme. If you want to go into, I'm going to click on pages really quick and just show you guys how easy it is to add a page. So when you click on that, you're going to see there's 40 different items here, 2 pages worth of different information that you can add to these websites. Now let's say I want to add in the offer. All you do is you hit add. It's going to add that menu right to your website, right? So let's go ahead and add. Well, I don't want to add it in because I'm on one of my clients' pages. But anyway, so it walks you right through it. It's so easy to do. So just wanted to stress that. Also, the menu builder. Now, the menu builder is going to obviously show you all of your menu items at the top of your page. So as you see, he's got properties, buyers, sellers, about. You come back over here, you see properties, buyers, sellers, about, right? Blog, contact. So all of these are the menu items at the top of your website. and you can edit, add sub-level items here. You can edit all the content within. So there's so much that you can do with these to customize, and it's very easy to do once you just get in here and play around with it. By all means, we do have, like I said, you'll have a business consultant that can help you build these templates. Like if you're not sure how to add a page or whatever, then by all means, you do have me and also my inside business consultant partner that each of you will be assigned to your own to help you with all of this. Now going back there, so header and footer.
Just
Yep.
1 second. I'm just getting some questions in the questions box.
Okay, sure.
People were asking if there are any limits to adding custom pages. Obviously, you went through and said you can add as many pages as you want. And then
Yep.
I guess people are confused about the difference between the spa page and the premium package, which the spa package is free and it's only a one-page offer, right? Do you want to just explain
yeah, I can explain.
Yeah, this is why we wanted to kind of bring and have this meeting, because the $22 a month package is what she's going over, and a lot of people had questions about the benefits. So she's actually displaying some of the benefits that we didn't even get to see on the last meeting as well.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, the single page site, these are the ones that are free. Now the upgraded site is all the tools that I'm showing you now with all the website options is the upgraded package for $22 a month. And there's a lot more that I'm going to go over to in just a second, but in regards to what's included in the package. So for the $22, you're going to get all of these options here with the website. And, I'll worry about training later on if any of you decide to move forward on that. I might be getting a little bit too in-depth here, but you can, just wanted to make sure you guys know that you can add in as many menu items and templated pages or custom pages, whatever, as you want into these sites. The other things that...
Sorry. On those custom pages, can they add videos and links and images? Those are the questions.
Yes, they can. You sure can. The other thing, too, that you guys are going to have is all of your listings are going to be, you're going to be a preferred agent on homes.com now as well, on top of having the website. So I wanted to show you, if you type in on your computer homes for sale in Fairfax, Virginia, or any other market for that matter, homes.com is coming up number 1, number 2, or number 3, usually number 1 or 2 on an organic Google search. That's huge. That means we're getting a lot of traffic to homes.com. How you guys can maximize that is with being a preferred agent, and that is included in this package for $22. So when I go to homes.com, it's going to take me here. We've got a large banner ad at the top, and then we have all of our preferred agents. Here's an example of one. I wanted to show you what it looks like. So your listings are going to get higher rankings on homes.com. You're going to have your photo, your name. You're going to have an option to change a tagline that says either just listed or video or waterfront, golf course, whatever you want it to say. Also, all those photos that you're uploading into Leadstreet, this is directly tied to Leadstreet, guys. So you add up to 100 photos or whatever you do, all of that is going to be pulled over here automatically. There's nothing that you have to do for these. When you click on the Details tab, there's not going to be any other agents being shown on your listings. So it's only going to be your information, your name. We're going to have, all of your photos here, lead capture form, all the information, another lead capture form at the bottom down here with links to your website. So now this is a great thing that, with the upgraded package, we're going to have your responsive website tied to this. So if I'm a consumer and I'm looking on homes.com, whether it's the homes.com mobile app, mobile site, or on the desktop, and I look at your listing, and it's going to go, we're going to be driving traffic to your site from homes.com, which is, like I said, the first, usually the first or second option when you look for homes for sale in Fairfax or whatever area. So we're going to be drawing more traffic to your site. Listing videos are also included as part of this package. These listing videos are a huge benefit. I won't do this now for time's sakes, but I encourage you guys to go to homes.com and find one that shows the video link right here. And the videos are awesome. By all means, chime in if you guys are all dying to see the video. I can show it now if you want, but I know we're
Can
only.
you, Christine?
You want me to show
I'm
that?
getting, yeah, they want to see. And the thing that we want to kind of talk about is the fact that it gets generated by homes.com on the back end with voiceover.
Exactly. Yeah, these videos are pretty incredible, so I will go ahead and play that for you. What it's doing is these happen automatically within, pause this real quick, within 48 hours of the listing going into the MLS, we're going to be pulling all the photos and all of the content. And if you're going into the back into Leadstreet and uploading more photos, we're going to pull all of those as well. And we're going to put them into a really nice video automatically for you with a nice voiceover that you can share on your own social media channels, and you can have your sellers share these videos too on their own Facebook page. And that is a huge value. I've heard some great success stories from agents doing that, because not only do they have a vested interest to sell the home just as quick as you do, but also what is that going to do? These videos are attached to you. They're going to be attached to you. So you are now getting your name and your information attached to this video in front of that seller's whole sphere of influence on their Facebook page. That is a great free way to market yourself.
Can you just show a little bit of it? I'm getting some requests saying, can you see a sample?
Okay.
Find a wide selection
Sure.
of listings. This video is brought to you by your real estate agent, Nate.
And they'll say your name, have all your
This
information.
condominium is a great choice for those who want the privacy and easy maintenance of condo living, and it's located in this area.
Integrated maps.
Currently listed at just under $220,000. It just went on the market this month. This property was built in 1988 and features over 800 square feet of living space, giving you a spacious layout to play host or kick back and relax after a long day. Inside you'll find 2 bedrooms, so you always have a private space to come home to, as well as 1 full bathroom.
The photos aren't lining up, but you can always go into the back end and rearrange those.
Features add up to a property that might be not just your next house, but your next home. If you're interested in learning more, click on screen to contact us for more information. Or
The fact that it's branded to the agent, that's something really unique
Exactly.
that you guys are doing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, these videos really are great, and it's a huge value with this package. I mean, like I said, this package is normally $150 for everybody else, and that's you know, a huge value. You guys are getting it for $22. So anyway, so yeah.
One more question. Sorry.
Sure.
I got one more question. So the question is,
Sure.
does the video update daily with the days on the market number?
Yes, we update numerous times a day, so that will. And another great thing to note would be that slide falls off after 90 days. So you don't have to worry about, you know, us saying that your listing's been on the market for, you know, 200 and some odd days. So yeah, so we do. It's either 60 or 90 days. I think it's 90, but the video will still be there, but that one particular slide will fall off.
I have just a couple of questions coming in and buzzing on my cell phone.
Okay.
Some of the questions are, can we have a unique URL? So do you want to answer that? And then I can also
Sure.
a couple more questions.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, you can, and that is very easy. If you do decide to go with the upgraded package, the business consultant can do that for you. You know, you just let them know what that is. If you don't have one but you need to purchase one, we can do it for you, the business consultant or myself. And right through your Leadstreet, you can purchase as many of those domain names as you want. It's free for the first year, and then $19.95 every year thereafter, so it's very cheap. Obviously, if you want to go through GoDaddy, feel free to do that too. You know, we just tried to make it easier for you guys by integrating everything together. So if you want to do it through the system, you know, you can.
And another thing is, if you guys were looking to do property websites, you can actually take this URL on top and mask it with a GoDaddy domain.
Mm-hmm.
so that it can go directly to this site that has the property information. Just a couple of more things. Can they provide their own videos or upload their own audio to these videos?
No, these are directly pulling through from the information in the MLS, and it's through a partnership with vScreen. So these videos, the only thing that can be edited on these is if you wanted to go into the back end, obviously, edit any of the information in the MLS or go into Leadstreet and add more photos or whatever.
But they can add additional videos if they wanted, though, right?
Add additional videos
To the,
on homes.com.
yes, on their pages for their listing.
Oh, now we're talking about the website. Yes, on the website, yes, that's separate. Yep. In regards to homes.com, no, the only videos on homes.com are going to be the virtual tour that's pulled over from the MLS, and obviously with that package, you guys are going to get these. But on the website, for the upgraded website option, yes, you can add video there.
Okay, perfect.
And the business consultant can help them with that.
And if you guys have any other questions, you can either click on the questions tab on the webinar or just send me a text. So I'm getting all the questions answered as much as I can.
Yep, terrific. And I want to throw in a couple more things. I know we're running out of time, but I wanted to also point out with the upgraded package, that's going to make all of you guys now preferred agents on homes.com. 78% of the consumers that go to homes.com do not yet have a real estate agent. So this is a great place to have a profile and capture more business too, and be found online. So we're going to make all of you guys preferred with, once again, links to your website. You can get endorsements here, and I could teach you guys how to. Obviously, we've got Mickey up here, so she, I can show you guys how to be on top. It's basically by number of endorsements, and you can get number of endorsements right through Leadstreet, or you can obviously copy and paste them as well, as long as you have them in quotations and quote who that endorsement was from. But yeah, I mean, you could very easily be on the first page as a preferred agent in your market. And under the profile in Leadstreet, where I told you guys to add in your 5 areas next to your zip codes, this is where you're going to be found. So this is why you want to put in all 5 areas, because that's where you're going to be found in those markets. I want to just touch very briefly on, we do have a social media add-on discounted for you guys. If we have once again, enough people that want to do it, I've been able to work out a rate for you guys for only an additional $100 a month, $99.95, to add in an entire social media platform. Once again, it's going to be integrated right into Leadstreet with a lot of tools for you guys for social media. You're also going to get a social media consultant with homes.com that's going to work with you. What they're going to do is, for time's sake, I'm not going to go into all this. I can always do another presentation on this entire package if you guys want to see it, but I'll point out, what's important, what's great about it is the social media consultant will call you if you decide to move forward and say, okay, what social media channels do you have already? If you don't have any, we're going to build your Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, YouTube, and Twitter. We're going to build all this for you, and there's no setup fee, guys. This is normally very expensive. If you reach out to companies to get your social started, it's very expensive. We're doing this for free, other than the $99.95 a month. So we're going to build all these channels for you with high-resolution photo covers, and we're going to post every day to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest. We're going to do 10 pins on Pinterest. That's huge. We're going to build in a welcome app on your Facebook page with high-resolution photo covers. We can do video there for you. If you want to do video, that social media consultant is going to just, like I said, you let them know what you want, and they'll do it for you. We're going to build in that welcome app. We're going to build in a sweepstakes to generate more likes on your business page. Psychologically, sometimes you have to tell people to like your business page before you'll capture them. And also, I want to make sure that you guys know, like you already have Facebook. If it's a personal Facebook, you do want to make sure you have a separate business page for real estate. And we can get into reasons why later, but I do, it's very important that you have a business page. So this platform is great if you don't have it to get you started. Also, the listings tab. We're going to now bring in your listings too onto your Facebook page. That's huge, guys. It's all about connecting the dots, right? Bringing everything together. We can create the same branding on your social media channels as you have on your website. so we can really create now some consistent branding for you. Like I said, we're going to be posting every day. The social broadcaster, and you're back in Leadstreet, you're going to be able to post a message out if you want. We're obviously going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you and doing your postings every day, creating some great content for you. Because if you have these channels and you're not really, if you already have them but you're just not posting them, well, it's actually hurting you more than helping you. So if you're not posting very consistently, it hurts your online presence as far as search engine ranking goes, but what it also does is makes it look like to a consumer that maybe you're not relevant, right? If you haven't posted in a year or in a few months, then maybe you're not active in the business anymore. So we're going to really help build your strategy and keep you consistent, which is going to help in so many different ways. And then if you want to go in and put your own message out, you can in one place, and it goes out to all your social media channels. The social wall at the bottom of your website, everything that we're doing on your social media channels and everything that you want to do, it can be posted to the bottom of your upgraded site, which basically is like an ongoing blog, and that's great for SEO, and it's also great for showing a consumer, how active you are in marketing yourself and marketing your properties. We're going to give you some social reporting with your community growth. How many are men, women, where are they shopping, what age groups? So we're going to give you some great content to find out what sort of consumers are engaging with you on social media. Last but not least, we give you a reputation management tool in here, which basically we're just scanning the entire internet for mentions of you, any information, good reviews, bad reviews, any information about you, where you're located. We're going to give you the spreadsheet that's actually interactive, so you can click on the button. So if you have an exclamation point, that means we found you under, city search or whatever, but maybe there's no phone number or no address. So you can go in here and edit your profiles everywhere we found you online right through this spreadsheet. And also, you can automatically get all your reviews sent to you. So when you get a good review or a bad review, we'll email you to let you know what that is and where we found it. That's huge, like I said, especially since consumers are doing their own online interview of you before they meet you. If it's a good review, right through the social broadcast or a click of a button, you can share that good review out that goes to the bottom of your website and your social media channels. Bad review, at least you know it's there and you can respond accordingly. And then social education. Like I said, you're going to have a social media consultant that works with you. You're also going to have ongoing training and support as well for that. So, if you want to, just looking for a jump start on your social media, want to get it going, it is only a 6-month commitment. So if you do say, hey, I do want to go with the social media add-on for $99.95, our social media consultant will reach out to you guys within 48 hours. They'll get everything going for you. We'll start posting every day. And let's say in 6 months you're set and you feel like at least we got you going and now you're ready to do your own postings, right? Then you can take over. We'll give you all your usernames, all your passwords, right? And pass that back over to you. But the key is that we're going to get it going and get some consistency going for you, because that is key.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So questions about endorsements. Can you import or link to Zillow or Realtor reviews?
Are they talking about on the website or on homes.com under endorsements?
On homes.com, or can you copy them, or, and
Yep.
Realtor and Zillow, they have to get certified by their email. How does it work with endorsements here?
Yep.
Do they have to?
What they can do.
Okay.
Yep. What they can do is they can actually go in, make sure they're not logged into their account and just go through the endorse me, and they can pretend like they're just somebody else or whatever, because they don't have to log in and all that stuff. But you can go in and copy and paste your endorsements there. Let me see if I can see hers. Yeah, but you can go in and copy and paste. And if you want it, your business consultant obviously can show you very easily how to do that. But yeah, you can just copy. Oh, wait, hold on. I can show you here. So you can either upload, do it right through Leadstreet. And where you would do that in Leadstreet is under apps, and under the My Profile section, you'll see endorsements. So what you would do if you wanted to send out an endorsement request is go through here and put in the email addresses, 5 at a time. You can do all that. But if you want to put them in manually, then you can do that as well, just by going into homes.com as though you are a, somebody else, and putting that in. But then you want to make sure that you're putting in quotation marks what, in the person's name, of course.
Okay. So obviously she covered the spa, which is a one page. We went over the $22 a month, which we need 30 people to register. And I can show you guys the page on that if you're interested in registering and haven't done so already. Now, if you guys wanted to add on the reputation management or the social media aspect of it, that's $99 a month. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know as well. And then I think that's it, right? As far as
Yep.
So do you guys have any other questions for Christine before she has to go? Oops. Can you unmute them? I think we can if you unmute them.
How do I do that?
So click on unmute them one at a time. If you guys want to go ahead and ask any questions or text me with questions, it looks like people are dropping out already.
See, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what about vendors? Some agents would like to have a vendor, like let's say a moving company, advertise on their site to help maybe defray the cost. That's something
Yeah.
can you talk about where you can set that up?
Everybody that's on.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm hearing a lot of feedback.
Hold on. Let me.
But
I'm going to mute. Just give me 1 second. Let me just mute everyone, and I will open. I'll open up which email. I can't tell. Hold on. Okay. Tom, can you talk now?
So
Yeah, can you hear me?
Back to about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to mute the other people.
Well, it's bad with. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm asking about vendors. If someone had a moving company, or let's say a deck builder, and they wanted to advertise on their website to help defray the cost, so $22 is great, but could an agent potentially make money by having a vendor advertise on their site, and how would you set that up?
Yes, you can. How you can do that is, like I mentioned, you can add as many menu items across the top and pages underneath. So if you wanted to have, a tab for, say, preferred vendors, then what you can do is when you go into the menu builder, what I did here was just click, and obviously your business consultant could help do this with you, but you would hit add new top level item, and that would allow you to put in a new category. So item caption, so preferred vendor, right? So go in here and put in preferred vendors, and then you can either link it to a page within your dashboard, or you can do a new page just by, can override that if you put in. The business consultant's more familiar with walking you through the detailed steps of how to do it, but this is where you would do it. You would just put target here, open a new page or same page, and you put the page URL here. So basically, you can put in, so if you want it to go to their website too. So yeah, you can either put in you could add that in and have the form yourself to go and just type in whatever you want for the vendors. Or if you wanted to actually go to their website or whatever, then you can do that too. So you do have options.
That's great. So an agent could actually make money from their website. Not only would it not cost them $22, they could actually make money.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. We always do encourage agents to do that. Get, advertise on their site, and and they do you, because having as many backlinks and things like that, do help to build SEO on your site. And yeah, you're exactly right. So you can very well do that.
Okay, you guys can raise your hand, because if I unmute everyone, then we just get a lot of echo. I have a couple of questions. For endorsements, can you put first name, last or first name, last initial versus a full name when you're doing endorsements?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay.
Yep.
And
And
then,
as you saw in the, oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry. Somebody's asking, what did we hear right? Was the first year of domains free from Leadstreet? Domains we get through Leadstreet are free for the first year?
Yeah, it's right through Leadstreet, which is through homes.com. If you wanted to put in your own, and I encourage you, unless you're very savvy with, with doing it, I would encourage you to tell your business consultant to set it up for you. But you can do as many as you want. The first year is free. The second year is $19.95 a year thereafter. Or like I said, you can get it through GoDaddy. You don't have to get it through us. We just wanted to make it easier by integrating it in through Leadstreet.
Okay,
and it's still priced pretty well too.
So those, I've got multiple questions on the unique URLs, so that should answer your questions. Another one, where do our Zillow reviews show up on our spa once we've added our screen name?
I'm back on Michael's single page site. Those are going to go right here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, pricing is $22 a month for a certain period of time, or is it ongoing? For example, does the price go up to $99 after the first year? Good question.
No, the price is negotiated, obviously, through you guys. So that is going to stay at 22 unless, obviously you guys, Tim or Tom or whoever decides to change that.
Great. I'm getting a bunch of stuff. Great stuff. Tell her thanks. So
I have
awesome.
no plans
Thank
of
you.
raising the price.
So
Pardon?
are there any other questions, you guys, before she has to take off? Hold on, one more question coming in. Oh, no, it's just a thank you. So everybody's saying thank you.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you all for coming.
Great.
Thank you, Christine.
So you guys,
You're very welcome.
yes, and we'll let you know as soon as we get a head count. On our website, on our landing page, we have about 15 people who have signed up so far, and we need 30. So if you guys, after seeing this, would like to register, you should have the URL, and I can pull it up here to show you guys as well. We just need to make sure that we have 30 to be able to get to $22 a month discount. So I'm hoping, since we've had a pretty good turnout on this webinar, we had about 27 people, actually probably had more than that, because I know Tom is there with multiple people in the Ashburn office, and in Fairfax office we've got a couple of people here as well. So if you guys are interested, please register on the website so that we have a count, and then we're going to let Christine know. Also, if you're interested in the social media aspect of it, please let me know. That way we can give her a head count for that one as well. And that one is in addition to the $22 a month. That's the $99, the reputation management, and sort of like Hootsuite, right, Christine, where you can do multiple postings?
Yeah, it's a lot more advanced than Hootsuite.
Okay.
They're going to actually have a social media consultant, and we're going to be coming up with all the content for, all 5 of those social media channels, not just Facebook. So it's definitely a lot more robust than the Hootsuite.
Okay, great. So I don't see any other questions. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you. This has been great.
You're welcome.
So we really appreciate your time. Is there an email we can
Sure.
use to ask additional questions after the webinar? Yes, I can send out Christine's email to you guys, so you can ask any other
Sounds good.
questions. Can you add other types of tours that we would add to MLS? Oh, what happens with the tours from MLS is another question.
Yeah, those will be pulled as well. Did I close that tab out? No, here we go. So if you guys do have your virtual tour from the MLS, you will see it will be listed. I'm not sure what listing here has one to show you, but if you click on details page, there it is. Here's one. It will be shown over here, your virtual tour. So we'll pull that over for you automatically as well.
Okay. And then we have multiple people here that obviously have a service already with homes.com. So they're asking about how that, you know, who do we ask or how do we ask about comparing their current account setup or offers with this offer? So they could just email you about that?
Yeah, feel free to do that. I can look into their account, find out what products they have now, and if they're paying for already, you know, this particular package, then this obviously would be a huge savings for them. So they could, you know, we could cancel that one and move them to the $22 because they're probably paying a lot more than $22 now. So yeah, for sure, just feel free to email me, and I'll be happy to look into your account and see what you currently have. You might be able to save some money with this.
Can you show us the your contact information on the screen just so they can have it on the video?
Yeah, actually, I think I have it on the bottom of my presentation here. No, I don't. Let me go back to
Oh, I did that.
here. I can just pull it up this way here. Guessing everyone can see it there. There's my my email address is Christine@homes.com. And there's my phone number. Oh, there it was, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that's her contact information, and I'm going to show you guys the URL where we're taking the registrations. So if you haven't signed up yet, please do so. And then if you want the $99 package, just email me, and then we're going to take a count of everybody, and then we'll let Christine know. All right. Hold on.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for joining, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Ida.
Yes.
Ida, special thanks. Terrific job. Thanks for putting this all together for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're hoping we can get more people. I'm going to take over. I'll show you guys my screen here. So you should have this link in an email that we sent out, the special offer for Remax Premier Agents. I did a little video. Obviously, I don't have access to the back end of the Homes.com Premier package, but some of the things that I thought would be good values, $4 to $22 a month, I kind of outlined in this video and showed you guys. So all you have to do is basically enter your email, your first name and last name, and then this information gets updated here. So when the Remax agents are registered, we'll update this. Right now we have 14, and I know one other person that Tim Schutte sent over that wanted to sign in, so we have about 15. So hopefully you guys can register and we can hit the 30 mark and get started sooner than later. All
yeah,
right.
and definitely too let us know about the social media because you know, we'll need, you know, to have a good group, you know, enough people to offer the $99.95 for that as well. That's normally a $200 package, so it's $100 off and no setup fee. So I just wanted to mention that.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much. Again, Christine, thanks so much. And hopefully we'll be talking to you soon and getting a lot of these people set up.
Sounds great. Thanks, everyone. Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.